Welcome back to B2B. Moya McAlister is the Executive Director of Arts Collective Theatre, ACT, as we so graciously call it, and a driving force in Windsor-Essex art community. She leads innovative theatre productions, youth programming, and community-engaged initiatives rooted in storytelling and social justice. Moya also serves as production manager for Fashion Week Windsor and is the communications manager for the National Self-Represented Litigants Project. Her work focuses on championing emerging artists, amplifying community voices, and creating diverse spaces for creative expression. Today, I'm really excited to welcome my friend, Moya. All right, so welcome, Moya.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We know each other from our background in arts.
Yes.
And we've done a couple of car trips together.
We did.
Car trips. Where are you going?
Yep.
We traveled to Ottawa.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, Ottawa in a snowstorm.
It was a moment.
It's a moment. And went to and got, I think we found delicious donuts in the middle of nowhere outside of like Peterborough.
Oh, yeah.
We found like a Dunkin' Donuts out of nowhere. And we're like, I haven't seen a Dunkin' Donuts in ages.
Yeah, time doesn't move forward in Peterborough.
No, it really doesn't.
Sorry to my Peterborough friends up there.
Right.
I've actually spent a lot of time in Peterborough, so yes, you're right.
But yeah, like we've had the opportunity to connect on a personal level too. So we really appreciate you being here. You do a lot for the community, and you're the perfect person to kind of have on here to bridge a lot of those connective tissues in the region.
And we don't know each other at all.
No.
We just met 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
So give me your story. Who's Moya McAlister?
Oh my gosh, it's a mouthful. Okay, Cole's notes. Let's do this. So yeah, I'm Moya McAlister. I am from Toronto originally.
Welcome to Windsor then.
Yeah, thank you.
How long have you been here? Sorry for interrupting.
Gosh, it's been 20
you're Windsor right
some odd years now.
You're Windsor. You're Windsor.
Aging myself at least 20 years. 22 maybe. But yeah, I moved here for university. I came here for English and creative writing. I was one of, I think only 25 of us was chosen in Canada to attend this creative writing program at the University of Windsor. I also took music. And so, when I finished school, I was like, I don't want to teach. So what am I going to do now? So I ended up going back to Toronto for a little bit. I had met my ex-husband while I was in university, and he didn't really want to leave Windsor. So I worked in Toronto.
I don't blame him. But...
Yeah, I get it. He was working. He had a good job. And so it was...
He should have moved for you.
That would have been a whole different story. But so I worked in Toronto for a little bit. I was doing A&R with Sony BMG. I loved that. I really, really liked working with artists and working with bands. And I realized I really liked marketing and communications. So I came back to Windsor, and I went to college. I went to St. Clair for marketing and communications. So I finished that program. And then I kind of stuck in that field. I worked in advertising for about a year, back and forth in Toronto again. Worked for Chrysler, worked for the Humane Society. I was their volunteer and development coordinator for 2 years, and I did digital marketing for Chrysler. This whole time I was
publicist?
Yes.
Hey, there we go. I worked there for a short period of time.
Yeah. I did that for 5 years. So, I was missing music though. I was missing the arts. I went to high school in a performing arts program. I sang my whole life. I played the steel drums. My family's from Trinidad and Tobago. My dad was a Calypsonian, so I grew up in a household filled with music on a regular basis.
Amazing.
And I realized when I was working at the Humane Society, actually, I was like, something is missing. I'm feeling like I'm not connected. So I was pitching for funding for the Humane Society. Remember they was doing like Windsor Soup?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was one of
Windsor
those.
Soup.
Yes.
I did Windsor Soup.
Yeah.
So you guys have more in common than you know.
I know.
There you go.
I love steel drums.
Yay. They're awesome. So yeah, I did Windsor Soup. I was pitching an idea for the Humane Society, and that's when I met Chris Rabideau. And he was pitching an idea for a new theater company called Arts Collective Theater. And I remember looking at my coworker at the time. I'm like, we're not getting this money. I'm like, I want to give this man all of my money right now. He was so energetic, and his idea around what he wanted the company to be, he really was, I guess the whole company was kind of grounded in social justice work, which I really liked, educating people through theater practices and techniques about real life situations and what was happening in the world. And he really liked, getting people on stage that had never been on stage before, and like finding talents out there that people didn't even know they had. And I don't know, that really grabbed me. And I went up to him after, and he did get the money, by the way.
Yeah,
he did end up getting the money that day. He won. And I went up to him. I'm like, I don't have time right now. And this was in 2014. But I said, when I do, I'd like to help you out in some way. So whatever you need. And he's like, okay. So he took my number, and I think it was like maybe 6-7 months later, he messaged me. He's like, hey, we're doing Rent. I need a production manager.
Cool.
Is that something that you'd like to do? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like my favorite show ever. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm on board. So I hadn't been a production manager on a show in many years, not since high school. So I was like, yeah, no, I could figure this out. But it was great because I got to connect and meet a whole bunch of more people in the community that I'd recently known. And it was such a great show. And it was just so nice to be back in the thick of theater things again. So
where did you two meet?
Yeah.
I think we have friends.
We have
mutual friends,
yeah.
And through the art scene, right? So like I obviously have been doing Windsor Life for a long time, and with art, with ACT, Arts Collective Theater, when I came back from Toronto, I think we just found the same circles. And we've known each other for...
The theater community in Windsor is small.
Yeah. With kind of going back to ACT, so you started as a production manager, which that is news to me. I didn't realize that's where you started, but now you're the president and executive director. So what is that timeline? How does that look like for somebody who has no idea of ACT? Because you've been around now for what, 11 years?
Yeah,
11 years. So
old.
From 7 months in to now 11 years in, how did you find your position now?
Honestly, it was just every show I wanted to do more. I wanted to take on a new role. So what I love about kind of our board is all kind of taken on some type of production role at some point in time, which I think is really important, because I think that's really how you get grounded in your work and you really understand all the obstacles and challenges of all aspects of theater. I started as a production manager. I think I moved on to the board after a year. I was asked to be on the board after a year. So I was a director, and then I kind of stayed in production for the first couple of years. It wasn't until Dreamgirls that I got into costuming. So 2018. So from 2015 to 2018, I kind of stayed on the production side, and then I got into costuming. And now, I kind of do lots of stuff.
Leave the place.
Yeah. Marketing too. I think when I started with ACT, because it was so brand new, there was things that they didn't have, not a huge social media presence. I wasn't a huge fan of the logo. So there's some things that I started doing, especially with my connections with St. Clair College and their communications and graphic design program there. I still, pretty close with my professors. So I was able to get interns and come and help us kind of do a full rebrand and design a website and all that stuff. So that's kind of what I did for the first couple of years, was just kind of brand ACT. And then I got into costuming, which I kind of got thrown into. Dreamgirls was a massive show. There was so many costumes on that show. And our costume designer ended up leaving us because she had something else to do. And last minute, I kind of had to step in. And then I was like, oh my God, I've always loved clothing. I've always loved fashion. And so I was like, I think I can do this too. So and then I kind of stepped into a costume manager role. I don't sew or anything like that, but I can put looks together, and I can come.
And you can delegate.
Yes.
Somebody else can do it. You just tell them what to do.
I can help. But no. So it was, and I like to shop. So
I hear that.
I was always.
And this is all, of course, if I'm not mistaken, volunteer, right? You have a full-time job.
I do
also,
have
right?
a full-time job.
So explain, because I believe it's communications manager, right?
Yes, I am. I'm the communications manager and national liaison because I'm the communications manager for the National Self-Represented Litigants Project. It was originally funded by Dr. Julie McFarlane, who I met when I was working for Chrysler, actually, when I was working for Publicis. And she, I knew of her through our mutual friend, Dana. She had always...
Shout out Dana Cornwall.
Hello, Dana. We have so much love.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dana. So she said that they were looking for someone part-time, and I remember thinking to myself, am I going to leave like a full-time gig that I enjoyed doing, but I wanted, something was telling me I wanted to go back and do some more like feel-good community-driven work. I always had, from the Humane Society, that was my first nonprofit experience, and I loved it. I really, really did. So I kind of wanted to get back into that role. So I ended up working for Julie part-time, and within a year, I was able to get enough funding to hire myself on full-time.
Nice.
So, so I've been there now. So since 2018, I've been working for the project. And I love it. It's great. And because it's national, I've been able to travel and meet amazing access to justice advocates all across Canada, which is really, really cool.
And all tying into your social justice initiatives,
yes, exactly.
which brings me to the next point, that you're also serving on multiple committees and boards, right?
Yeah.
Let us talk about that a little bit.
So in 2020, after the death of George Floyd and everything going on with COVID, there was a group of Black women in Windsor that started having these weekly meetings on Monday nights where we just do check-ins. We just wanted to check in with Black women and see how are they doing, how are they feeling, what are their needs right now, professionally, emotionally, whether or not it's relationship-wise, family-wise. And Irene Moore-Davis and Angelina Ebibuze, the two of them sat down with me and said, I think this is something that, we were getting up to 60, 70 women sometimes on a Monday night.
That was weekly, sorry?
Yeah, weekly.
Wow.
And the conversations were so good and so strong. And we're like, I think we could do something with this here. So that's when Black Women of Forward Action was formed. Majority... Again, it just kind of started off with just conversations, just these open conversations where everybody was in a safe space to air out anything they needed to discuss and get feedback on from other women. But then it grew to, we would have financial advisors come on and do special talks with us. We'd have, I know we did one whole episode on wills, because a lot of the women were like, I don't know where to start. I don't know when's the best time to even talk about that, to think about that. So there was a lot of things came out of that. Relationships was a big one too, especially during COVID.
Sure.
So that was that's something we started, and then it's grown to, annually we do we always support families over the holidays, Black families, anyone coming in or anybody having difficulty. We had a family last year that had a big fire, so we all kind of teamed together and assisted them as much as we could with food and clothing and different things like that. So it's kind of like, I guess it started off as a support group, but now it's just kind of like a really group of amazing
like a small
women.
social enterprise almost. Not enterprise, but a social group.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
You're a change maker. You find ways to, help people in everything that you do. I think we're going to take a quick break.
Sure.
I think this is the perfect time. When we come back, we're going to get into kind of your secret sauce of success and finding an opportunity to dive into a little bit more of your background and history.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. We'll take a break and we will be back after this message from our sponsors.
Exciting offers all year round with Plantscape Windsor, an affinity partner of the Windsor-Essex Chamber of Commerce. Liana and her team are here to help you transform your space and elevate your workplace. Right now, Chamber members can take advantage of 3 incredible offers. First, enjoy 10% off year-round maintenance services, including commercial, industrial, and institutional snow removal and grass care, with a minimum 1-year contract. Second, bring life and color to your office with a customized tropical plant service featuring a free 3-month trial valued at up to $250 per month. And third, boost morale and well-being with horticultural therapy. This is a unique, hands-on experience designed to reduce stress and inspire creativity. With 1 free trial for up to 15 participants, don't just maintain your space, transform it. From lush greenery to stress-relieving horticultural therapy, Liana and her team at Plantscape Windsor bring life, beauty, and well-being to your workplace. These exclusive chamber member benefits won't last forever. Visit plantscape.ca today and start creating a space where people thrive.
All right, we're back here with Moya McAlister, our friend. We are going to get into my favorite segment, which is tasting some local delicacies. So today we have something really exciting. Go for it.
Ooh.
So Cookie Bar.
Oh my gosh, I was just there last night.
So I was going to say, have you had Cookie Bar before?
You know what? That one right there.
Which one?
The one with the pretzels on it. Oh my gosh, that's the shizness right here.
So the Cookie Bar is one of our members through a partnership with Ford City. And I was really excited to have this on for us today.
One too. And I'm using, Matthew told me not to, our beautiful new cue cards will be my new plate.
I have napkins.
Thank you, Matthew.
So first off, what we like to do is kind of, what are you experiencing? Describe it, because there's pretzel, there's sweet, salty.
What I love about this cookie, and it's funny because I had this conversation with Anna last night because she had this cookie and another cookie, and she's like, you tell me which one you like better. And I'm like, this has all of my favorite things. I like salty sweet. I like that there's the pretzels in them. I like that there's peanut butter in there. I like just a touch of chocolate. I'm not a huge chocolate fan unless it's dark chocolate. So I don't like it too sweet. So I find this has a lovely balance. And then the little bit of caramel butterscotch that's added in there. All of this is just
Do you
awesome.
moonlight as a food critic? Because you're hitting all of the tasting notes here. The texture, listen to the crunch.
My favorite is that you are the most in-depth with your analysis of your tasting product, whereas all of our other guests have really said, yeah, this smells great.
Yeah, this is good. Look, it's purpley.
It's purpley. Yeah.
It's purpley.
Well, I'm glad.
This is delicious. Shout out Cookie Bar.
Yeah. I don't even know what the name of this cookie is.
It is going to be now called Pretzel Joy.
Yes.
There it is.
I love it.
I thought you were going to try to work in Moya.
I think you should.
Moya's Pretzel Joy.
This is delicious.
Or just Moya's Joy.
Okay. Really? See, you're in communication, clearly.
Just leave it at that.
The second half of this segment's all going to just eating cookies the whole time.
Right. And as typical fashion, when I eat, it's very quick. So I'm already done my piece. But good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Cookie Bar is fantastic. In Ford City. Check them out. As we continue on our conversation, and please continue to eat, I would love for you to do that.
I got a cookie in my teeth.
It's as you should. I wanted to kind of start this segment a little bit more learning about how you feel, what you bring to the table in all of the things that you do, to find your successes there, your secret sauce, if you will. So whether it is with ACT or remind me, National Self-Represented Litigants Project,
the NSRLP.
Whether it's with your, your work within the arts community or not-for-profits, what do you feel you need to do as Moya to be successful in your positions?
Okay, so anytime I'm talking to students or I'm talking to my nephew, for one, I always tell him that for me to be successful, you've got to have that drive. And that drive means that you have to be actively looking for opportunities for yourself, for the people around you, for the businesses or whoever your client or whoever you work for. When I was in college, every year I made a point to have coffee, drinks, something with somebody that I idolized in my field.
That's how you and Matthew met. No.
Clearly.
You're on my list. You know what? He just didn't take my calls.
No, you stop. I just invited you for coffee a couple weeks ago.
He is.
That's sorry for interrupting, but
He's
anytime
gonna
we
get
get
me
a
in
jab
trouble.
in on each other, we do.
I love it. But no, yeah. So that was one way. Like I used to follow all the ad agencies that I wanted to work for.
Mm-hmm.
I would look at ads that I loved and adored, and I would follow them on social. I'd follow them on, TikTok, whatever. It was, well, back then it was definitely.
Right. Vine, maybe.
Yeah.
ICQ? ICQ? That's how I learned how to type.
AOL.
Yeah, AOL.
Well, MSN
Oh my
Messenger.
gosh, getting out the floppy disks. So I would follow them. I'd reach out, and every so often people would get back to me and be like, "Yeah, no, I'll meet you for coffee." I never left those meetings without asking for the name of 3 more people I should meet.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so that's I always say. I think to be successful, you always need to think of your next thing. Like what do you want to add to your skills? What do you want to add to better yourself in some way so that you make yourself somebody that people want to work with, 1, and 2, something that you always have an opportunity to go somewhere else or to be able to grow your skills in some way. So that's something I think I've always kind of done well. I love talking to people. I'll talk to anybody. I like to, I used to bartend.
Why do you think you're here? Matthew brought on Moya, who will not talk to anyone. It's great.
No.
We literally would just sit and eat cookies. So.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
And
it.
No,
that's
there's
a
more.
podcast
There's
by
3
itself.
more.
I'm going to take some cookies with us. But yeah, no, I think bartending really got me into the habit of just like chatting with people. And I worked in restaurants for 15 years. And I think that just got me into the habit of being really comfortable with people and just, actually listening to what they're saying, asking the right questions. But I think the more you know and about people, because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of work, especially in nonprofits, is managing people and really figuring out how to pull out what they do well and how to make what they do well blossom. And that's really getting to know people. So I always say, like, have conversations, talk to everybody, travel, learn as much as you can about the world, about cultures, about people, because that at the end of the day, you are going to, unless you're going to be working behind a computer and you're just doing a whole bunch of tech stuff. But even then, at that point, you're still, if you're doing tech, you're still learning about people and you're still analyzing why, people's buying habits and different things like that. So I do think that having those conversations are important. So I always encourage and go out, have coffee with people, just set up coffee dates.
I love the idea of picking up 3 new names to meet with. I mean, that really grows your network quickly and immediately.
Yeah.
Now, I'll put you on the spot. Do you recall any of your favorite ads? You're like, that's the one?
Ooh, okay. So James Reddy. James
Like the
Reddy.
beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
James Reddy.
Terrible beer.
It's a horrible beer.
They're not sponsored.
They're not a partner. They're not a sponsor.
Wait a
I don't know who owns them,
Shout out
but
to JR.
James Reddy's the beer you use to get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 6.5.
Oh, no, it's awful. It's horrible. But let me tell you, they knew what they were doing because they went into every university. Their bottle caps had different sayings and fun little quirky remarks on that you could collect and trade it in at pubs in university towns all over Canada for toilet paper, cereal, Tide, like socks. Like it was all the stuff that university students would want. And I thought it was freaking genius.
Yeah, I remember the caps, but I don't remember. I never traded in for toilet paper.
You could trade them in. You could trade them in for stuff. I was like, what?
James Reddy.
Amazing.
Huh.
So yeah, crap beer. But they knew
Great
how
marketing.
to get the
Did you bartend
great
here?
marketing. Yeah, I used to manage Montana's.
Oh, great.
In
Yeah.
Toronto and in Windsor, both
Nice.
locations in Windsor. So yeah, I did
Nice.
that.
Like 1999 rib deal.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to get back into ACT because I think that you're about to have a really amazing year.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your projects that are coming
I wish
up?
I could tell you what shows we're doing, but we're still
That's okay.
kind of, but
You can tell me
our big
offline.
thing. Yes.
You're
Our
doing Rent
big
again?
thing.
Congratulations. No.
We just did it.
I know. Okay, stop. I'll stop.
So our big 2026, I could say one show. So we're doing Six, a teen version, the musical Six, which is one of my favorites. I saw it in the UK. I saw it in Toronto. No, it's about Henry VIII's 6 wives, but it's like they flip it. So instead of like everybody talking about it through Henry's eyes and how he treated the wives actually get to talk about their treatment.
Nice.
And it's all big pop songs. It's a concert. It's like
cool.
a concert. It's one act.
It's not
greatness.
a show that you're like, it's not what you would picture a musical to be. So I think you'd actually really enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, you're not a musical fan?
I love musicals. I'm all about musicals. I sing show
forced
tunes in my car all day long.
Clearly.
Yes.
Between that and sports talk radio, yes. Those are my top two. What is this Spotify thing where you look back and it's like, you know, how old are you?
You're wrapped.
Yeah.
That's my wrapped. Yeah. Sorry.
You wrapped it up.
I don't know what that means. Okay. Sorry. I interrupt again.
But yeah, so Six is happening in May. But in the meantime, we are currently prepping for The Price of Freedom, which is a show we produced this year. Yeah, I guess it was this year. We did a lot this year. This year, which was written by Carlos Anthony, who's a local author. And he wrote and starred in this musical about John Anderson, who was a slave who was enslaved and ended up killing his master, coming to Canada, and the slave catchers came and got him, and they tried to expedite him back to the U.S., but he was able to get a lawyer, and with help from the Underground of the Freedom fighters, they were able to go through the courts and everything like that. And after a long process, this is a really quickly wrap up on this story, he was able to be free. But it was huge for Canada and our extradition laws. So a lot of things changed after his case. So we wanted to talk about that because his first stop was in Amherstburg. So
what an incredible story you've got here with the Underground Railroad here in Windsor-Essex.
It was such a great project to be on. We partnered with the Amherstburg Freedom Festival with the project. We spoke to amazing historians that they had there. And actually, we went to the museum to look for something to talk about. And Carlos, through reading a lot of historical facts, found out about John Anderson, and that's why he wrote the play. But on top of that, we applied for some grant funding and have been speaking to other provinces across Canada about the show. And the Playhouse in Fredericton really wants us to come and perform it there next summer for Emancipation, so August 1st. So we will be performing the play. We're taking a whole bunch of Windsor actors to Fredericton to perform it there.
Cross-country tour?
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
So we're really excited about that.
Is this the first time ACT is on the road?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And there's so many things to think about when you're taking the show on tour, which is exciting. I'm learning a lot. And the Fredericton Playhouse, they are an amazing group of people. I just had a meeting with them the other day. And they're like really supportive. The University of New Brunswick is helping us out. They're housing us for a week. They're providing us with vehicles. Like
Nice.
they really want this show. So they're giving us all the support, which
Very
is amazing.
exciting.
Yeah.
Can we see it here?
Yes, you can. We're just dealing with the school boards right now, but we will be presenting it before we go on tour one more time. So
Beautiful.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So the question we ask every single one of our guests as we're kind of drawing closer to the end here, you are a community leader, you're a community champion, you're involved in all kinds of different things, and we all have our idea of what the future may or may not look like. But what do you envision Windsor-Essex to look like in 2040?
Ooh.
What would would be a successful Windsor-Essex in 2040?
I truly believe that Windsor, there's something in the water here that produces phenomenal artists and all types of arts, from our visual arts to our performing arts. There's something here that like really brings community together in a creative way. I'd like Windsor to be known as an arts hub. I think it's totally possible. I think we have enough groups here and people doing amazing work, from what's going on at the art gallery. I love their growth over the last couple of years, for the multiple theater companies that are here and visual artists that are coming in, because we're taking in a lot of artists in residence now, which is lovely as well. I see it as an arts hub. I see it as a destination for people to experience new and creative and really unique Windsor-made work.
That's
So
incredible.
I'd like to
I
see
mean,
that.
that's a commitment that the Chamber of Commerce is going to be making,
Yay.
connecting arts to business and connecting a number of other previously unrepresented groups in the business community back to the forefront. So we're going to work on that. Why don't we segue right over the bridges?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I was going to say, what Ryan just said, I think it will take people like yourselves to continue to speak up for, those projects and those initiatives that need those voices represented. So, I mean, you have a friend on our side. I know that your organization is a member of the Chamber, and we want to continue to grow that relationship. So if there's ever anything, that you can reach out to us. Well, that is all the time that we have. Thank you so much, Moya, for being here. Thank you so much for listening in again. Today, we had the opportunity to bridge between our art scene as well as not-for-profit and change with the business community. So here with Moya McAlister, thank you on behalf of Ryan and I. We will see you guys on the next one.
Thank you, guys.